All right, so this is going to be a bit of a longer video today and a bit more of an update on kind of what's going on. Video from yesterday, I am actually headed to sign the lease for my new office, which I'm super excited about, which will be for both Kontakt Records, my record label, and Kontakt Digital, which is my marketing agency. And I've had a lot of people actually reach out and kind of ask me like, hey, what happened to the music and why has that not been my straight focus? And as I'm kind of walking and talking here, I just wanted to kind of give you guys some insight kind of in the music industry and why it's been so challenging for me to focus just on music. And it's really come down to there is really not a lot of money to be made selling music. The money is primarily made in events, festivals and touring. And realistically, I do not want to be, touring every weekend. It just doesn't fit my lifestyle. In my mind, 3 to 4 major shows a year, or maybe once a month, maybe would be kind of ideal. And that is not a sustainable business, especially in the music industry where, you put out a bunch of music and then you got to tour like crazy. And to kind of give you guys some numbers, let's just use, $2,000 as an example. So, and I'll tell you right now, not a lot of DJs are making $2,000 a show, but so you spend 6 months putting together music, you get your album together, you promote it, hopefully it ends up selling. So we'll make that assumption right there that somehow you've got your marketing in place. And then you've got to go and tour, because again, you're not making any money on the tracks. The average song in the kind of house music space is $2.99. You might give 50% to the label. So anyways, by the time you're done the $2.99, you're lucky to actually bring home maybe $1 on that. So even if you sell 10,000 tracks, by the time you finish selling it, pay tax, pay your artists, pay mastering, there's no money left there. So I think we can kind of say, yeah, that's a bit of a loss leader there. So then you have to start touring, and this is where I think a lot of people think that, hey, like, they're gonna make lots and lots of money. So how many weeks out of the year? Let's say you tour 50 weeks out of the year. You play one show a weekend, let's say, and that works out to be about $100,000 a year. Well, I don't know about you, but I am not interested in touring, a new city every week to make $100,000 a year. Now, for some people, that might be their dream lifestyle. For me, it wasn't. And that's why I moved to digital marketing instead, kind of in the entrepreneurship space, where at least I could build a business, be at home, be in control of my time, and then enjoy music kind of on the side. So unfortunately, that side has been almost 2.5 years now of me not putting in time in music, and it's really quite frustrating for myself. So I've really made the decision to kind of scale back my internet marketing stuff, focus on the label, but more importantly, this agency model, which is really appealing to me, where I can work with 20 or 30 clients. Let's just use a round number, 20 clients at $5,000 a month, and have $1 million business. Go deep with those relationships and then focus on my art and my music. So that's kind of the game plan right now. I did get the office for the reason of getting staff as well and kind of creating a hub for artists here in Vancouver. But I'll be honest, most artists are hobbyists. Very few are actually legitimately in it as a career, and it's even more difficult to make it a career because, again, there's really not a whole lot of money in it unless you're touring. So kind of food for thought there. All right, so about halfway there to the office right now, and one thing that came to mind that I kind of wanted to mention to you guys is I know a lot of you are struggling in more, I don't want to call it low-ticket products, but selling low-ticket products and trying to build a sustainable business. And a lot of people's number is, $100,000 a year or a 6-figure business. I really want to challenge you guys to start thinking about what does a $500,000 or $1 million business look like. Not because you need the money, but because the deals and the structure that you put together in your business will allow you to scale it that much faster. I remember what my first $1,000 a month in passive income felt like, and it felt like, a shit ton of work. It was really liberating, but it still wasn't enough money to kind of survive. And then, to scale to $10,000 a month, man, I need 10 of those clients. Or in my case, selling these lower ticket products like the Kindle books, to go from 5,000 Kindle books you'd have to sell in 1 month to make 10 grand. Now, to put in perspective, I'm in a very expensive city, Vancouver, but I just want to show you something here as I'm kind of standing at one of these street corners. A bit hard to see, but I mean, there's so much money in this city. There is so much money transferring hands in this city that all you really have to do is get in the middle of these transactions and create a product or solve a problem, I should say, that's very specific. So in my case, it's web traffic and positioning and helping people really position themselves as an authority within their marketplace. Well, how many of these businesses truly understand digital marketing, especially for those people that are internet marketers or you're a super expert? I guarantee you can go to any local business and find a hole in there, whether it's customer acquisition, whether it's email marketing, whether it's traffic in my case, and show them how they can improve their business. I'm targeting $1 million businesses plus who are already spending money, and it becomes a very easy sell for me. You know, they can't even hire an employee for $3,000 or $4,000 a month. And here I am coming in, who's had a successful digital marketing past, built my businesses through digital marketing, come in, talk shop with them, and then close them for $3,000 or $4,000 easily. So just food for thought, and that's why, you know, living downtown, yeah, it's crazy expensive, but when you're in an environment like this, you know, I'm sure a couple Lamborghinis will pass by here. I'm on kind of by Canada Place here. There's so much money flowing, and it's so easy to get in the middle of it. But if you become a specialist at what you do, get known for that specialty, it becomes very, very easy. And again, for those people that are selling those lower ticket products, selling 20 people $100 a month is actually just as easy or just as difficult as selling 20 entrepreneurs $1,000 a month or selling $10,000 a month. The only issue is, can you deliver the value? So if I'm targeting $1 million business, $84,000 a month, right? If you think about it, and I'm asking for a $2,000, $3,000 a month retainer to help increase their revenue, do you really think that's that much money for them? It's really not. You're not squeezing money from a rock. You know, it's not as stressful of a sale, but of course you've got to be super good at what you do. So that is partially the reason why A, I'm downtown Vancouver, so I can be surrounded by people that are already spending money, and B, I get to be a specialist at what I do and actually make it easier of a job for me. Yes, I've got to qualify my customers better, but at the end of the day, it's still less clients than me trying to build $1 million business on, you know, $37 or $47 products. So again, kind of another food for thought thing about raising your prices, targeting higher level clients, but focusing on less of them and then serving them deeper. So this is a bit of a funny story here. So when I moved to Vancouver, I guess now 6 years ago, at the time I had no idea what I wanted to do. At the time I had already dropped out of school. I had multiple failures. My girl and I, with no real plan, moved to Vancouver. And my first job was right here doing car rental. No joke. I think I was working for like $13 an hour, renting out cars to tourists. And it's just funny as I'm walking to the office, seeing kind of Canada Place here behind me. Really it wasn't that long ago. And, you know, in a lot of ways, I think I could have accelerated my business career faster if I had mentors in place. But at the time I was completely alone. I didn't know anybody in the city. And kind of made my own way, but it's just kind of crazy to think back. Like, again, like, what's the saying? Like, you can overestimate what you can do in a year and underestimate what you can do in 5. And literally, from going from car rental to running multiple businesses online, it's just wild. So keep your guys' heads down. Keep plugging away, and you never know what might come for you. But just a nice fitting reminder as I'm walking this way. Office is kind of just around the corner, but just really funny and really crazy. All right, so we are in Gastown right now. I know there's a ton of noise. Hopefully it comes across okay, but really hip area downtown. Really excited to be here. And the office is temporarily right here. I don't know how much I'll be able to actually film, but anyways. Yeah, so this is going to be my temporary office for the next month until the new office is completed, which will be kind of straight downtown. I'll be doing a ton of events there, launching a kind of like internet marketing meetup, but instead of the normal boring meetup with drinks, I think. I found a lot of the networking events that I head to, the seminars are great, but the real value is kind of the meeting after. So I'm going to leapfrog the events, or piggyback maybe is a better word to say. And then at the end of the events, invite some of the more high-level entrepreneurs here in the city to connect over drinks, hang out, do some JV stuff, and give the opportunity for kind of up-and-coming internet marketers to kind of join and play with some of the bigger league guys here in the city. So that is kind of the plan. Also a reason why I got the office. The new location that, like I said, is opening, I believe September 1st, so about a month, has an amazing event space. I got connected with the owners there that are kind of helping me out, I'll put it that way. I can't really talk about the money aspect, but helping me out with the event side to ensure that there is a space for business development in the city, and I'll be kind of adding my 2 cents there. So by I believe like September 15th, or maybe as late as October, I'll start launching events there. And again, it'll just be like live events. There'll definitely be drinks, definitely be food, and more of a casual atmosphere, because the last thing I think people need is another seminar. What people are really looking for is connections, and that's my hope, is to basically be that kind of middleman connector. I've made a lot of money from kind of JV deals in the past, so that's going to be continuing to be part of my my vision of kind of connecting thought leaders together. So I'm going to head on up to the office. I'm not sure how much I can actually film coming in. I haven't asked them if I could film the office or anything, but let's give it a go and see. All right, so it's actually Friday. This is a couple days after I filmed the kind of previous segment here. I wasn't able to film the office, but what I'm gonna do now is actually go, and it's Friday. Funny enough, I'm actually sharing the office with 2 other software as a service companies, and they're pretty rowdy, which is great. So I'm gonna actually head in, we'll do a quick tour, and then end the video.
We had a call. Just shot a note to say, there we go. Are you walking over to Kyle and say, I think so. Are you guys at the Pines? Is that where you're going?
It's that 40.
That's at 40. This is
Favorite bar in the world, that 40.
good luck. Have fun. All right, bye again.
All right, so Friday video editing with Pabst Man here. All right, so a bit of a quick one in there. They're kind of shutting down for the night, and I think I'm gonna go have another beer at this point. But tons more content from the office now. I'm gonna have people kind of coming in and out, kind of settling in right now. Like I said, in the next month and a half, I'll be bouncing actually between here and the downtown location. But enjoy. There'll be a ton more content as I'm documenting my journey of not only my label, but my marketing agency. And looking forward to chatting with you guys soon. Cheers.